The other day, I asked in a YouTube video why Gen Z is not showing up to protests and other grassroots events at the same rate as other demographics. I keep seeing that observation over and over again, like Gen Z is just not showing up in the same numbers as other groups. And I want to understand why. What are the barriers to access, and how can we make Gen Z feel welcome? How can we help them participate? I don't want to blame Gen Z for not showing up to the party at the same rate as the rest of us. I want to make sure that we've extended an invitation, that we're providing transportation to the party, that we're making sure those folks feel welcome and that they're able to attend. Now, 3 of my 4 kids are Gen Z, and only one of them was able to come with me to the protest on April 5th. One had a pre-existing commitment he couldn't get out of that he scheduled way before this protest was scheduled. And the other is a junior in college and had way too much homework and simply could not find the time to spend, 6 hours on a Saturday downtown. So as I'm looking through the top comments on my video, I'm seeing that exact sentiment echoed by other Gen Z. Let's remember that the oldest Gen Z are 25. My 16-year-old son, who is a sophomore in college, is also Gen Z. A huge chunk of these folks are students. And they're often, like my kids, working and going to school full time. Now, we know that Gen Z are often quite underemployed and are often working 2 or 3 jobs with really hectic schedules, as well as going to school. And this commenter reflects that reality. A lot of us are still students and have super inconsistent work schedules, and we don't often know what our schedule will look like far in advance and when and where we can show up. That being said, we need to encourage each other to go out to these protests more because I do know some of us are staying home due to burnout and hopelessness. They also said they did their best to bring their friends and classmates with them on April 5th. So I don't know if I have a solution for this issue, but I do want to remind every Gen Z person that there are so many ways to resist besides showing up to a protest. In particular, I think the economic blackout is something that Gen Z absolutely can have huge influence in. Also, posting on social media. If you can't go to an event, can you share with other Gen Z in the places where you all are hanging out? Or consider contacting your electeds. Y'all are really good at using technology. Use ResistBot. Use the 5 Calls app. I don't want y'all to feel that if you cannot show up to a protest because you are a student and you need to focus on getting your education so that you can be qualified to do the work that is going to be necessary in the coming years. I don't want to discourage or dissuade any Gen Z person from completing their education. Or you can't show up because of your work schedule. I don't want you to feel that there isn't a place in the resistance for you. My kids who couldn't come on April 5th come to lots of other events, town halls. They absolutely participate in economic resistance. And again, I would add getting your education in this current society is a form of resistance. So please keep sharing with me. What are the barriers for Gen Z and how can we help y'all plug in?